Man, we're hearing some good stuff today. This is awesome.
What a great day. Love your drums, love your vibe already.
Yeah,
Very
this
cool.
sounds really nice.
Into it, 100%. Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, really cool.
Just great layering, dynamics.
Yeah, like, I haven't been bored or shocked in a way that I wouldn't want to be at all.
I'm starting to feel a little dragged. It was like I had no. I'm just starting to be like, huh.
When those drums just came back in, like instantly, I was like, I don't want the drums yet. Like, hold the mood you were doing, but maybe like fuck with some reverbs and delays with your hands or something, or maybe just like maximalism approach. Add some textures in the background. Add the sound of a market in Turkey. Add like the sound of your car starting. I would happily release this on my label and do a remix of this, but it's not quite there yet. But I absolutely love this. I think it's a very cool track, but it's not there yet.
Yeah, and just to recalibrate back to center. I mean, overall, this is really solid sounding. I mean, it's quality work. One thing I like to do with some of my tracks is when I have my outro, I'll try and remove the as many melodic elements as possible.
I would get rid of the zither there for sure. Oh, sorry, the dulcimer there for sure. I don't think you need any more of the main body of your track from that point on. When I said this is how I like the outro, just keep it at that. Like, you can keep it that vibe for 30 seconds. If somebody's still listening at this point, it's because they want to listen to a full house track. Otherwise, they'd skip to the next Miley Cyrus song.
I was saying from a DJ mixability point of view, it can ever so slightly increase your chance of making it easier for the DJ if you have a zone of your track without any melodic elements, and then that groove can hang for minutes and minutes and minutes into the next one. Sometimes even across multiple tracks.
Especially if you've nailed those drums like you have.
Yeah, because it sounds really nice.
Sometimes you keep a track looped. And then if you've got 3 or 4 CDJs, like sometimes I find as well that like I've just kept a song on.
Yeah.
Because I like the clap, I just kept it just a 2-bar loop for other songs. And you bring it down, turn it up again.
Yep. So that point, not just this track, but to any producers, if you want to squeeze every last bit out of it, include some of the track in your outro that has no melodic elements in there, so there's no key clashes or whatnot.
That's what bodies for tonight.
The thing about the vocal, I think, the mood that you've created with the song is very like cool and dark, and bar the couple of things I was saying before, like you've created something here that feels genuinely very like cool. Like this could be played in some industrial kind of like futuristic bar where everyone's a biker, but like an alien.
Oh, the sparkles. It rocks. Yeah, super cool. And
it takes me back to so many dance floors at like 4 a.m, like wrapped up in a fur coat.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, a new sound just came in. So what's interesting there is, which I think in contrast to the last or 2 tracks ago, I think we didn't get anything new when the beat came back in here, but I didn't mind.
No. I think when you find, this kind of music, you're making music that is just the modern equivalent of tribal music from generations and generations. This is folk music, what you're making, but just with the dance approach. And I think what's cool about that is that if you find a rhythm that makes you move in a certain way or feel a certain way, you can fucking loop that for 30 minutes and release it. I 100% like I mean it when I say that this is dope as fuck. But just the levels need to be mixed. The mix down on this is just the only thing holding it back from being like a 10 for me. But
awesome.
Yeah, I think the idea of like minimalism is, it's very widely talked about in art, and especially in music. It's like, try and do as few things as you can to make the best outcome. But I'm also a huge believer in maximalism, in that like fit as much shit as you can in as possible. However, and this goes for like my view on everything in life, don't do anything in the middle. What's the point of like sort of like fill your soundscape to the max and you've created something very interesting, or strip it back down. But I think one thing that makes me love a song is ticking one of those two boxes. Like when I just don't know where to look, or when I just can't look away because it's just so hypnotizing. And you've nailed that with this. So fuck yeah.
We're having a good day today here. Lots of good stuff. All right.
I would love if that arpeggio didn't have so much reverb, and it also was filtered as fuck for the beginning. And like, I don't mean putting a filter on it and automating it up, but I mean like taking a MIDI controller and just playing with it. Like maybe even at 17 seconds in, open it fully, but like do it intuitively in time with what you're trying to create with this. And I think you should just do a bunch of passes through of I mean, we haven't got to the end of the song yet, but even from hearing the drop, I would like to hear a little bit more humanity in the arpeggio, and that would just be done by doing it by hand with a knob.
It's very compositional, very musical, and not predictable melodically in the same box that most house and techno fits.
Stunning piano sound. That's what I'm talking about, like a nice felt, not the Ableton stock piano.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Get rid of the ARP.
yeah. That felt like a payoff to me there, that time.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, my only note for this is just get rid of the ARP. The ARP, like, completely takes this down the wrong... Like, you have the wrong expectation from the beginning, and it's sort of like... I think it would put a lot of people off, who, if they'd got to this point, they would fucking love it. I have to say straight away. So what's really cool about that, and I maybe we were talking about it on another song before, I forget which one, but having a drop, like that's a very small drop. Okay, I'm going to preface that by saying it's a small drop. However, it's not because of the pullover of the breakdown. The breakdown extends into the drop and dies down by about 4 bars in, which is a very cool trick because you can allow a smaller drop if you have that tailover of the reverb and that noise, whatever it is that creates that texture. I'm happy with this going back to being simpler than the breakdown. Excellent fucking work. Like really, really down.
Yeah, super cool. And again, it's revealing itself, and kind of what Alex said makes it clear to me. My ears are just begging for a couple more kind of loops going on there, just like here, like in the bass there, and also I just want like a moving kind of like some kind of like shaker, just kind of like galloping, because that bung 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 bung, like I'm like
play it.
Oh yeah. Oh. Maybe dirty it up a little bit too.
Filter it and drive it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, I think we listened without skipping. Yeah. We like it.
If Wave would like this to be a collab with me, I would happily do a bit of production on this. Like I absolutely love it.
Wave, you should definitely take him up on that offer. That's a huge compliment. Yeah, there's
I love it. Really fucking cool.
Great stuff in here. I think it's like at that 80% point, and just filling in those last bits to make the percussion a little more gallopy, a little bit more full. Great. We're happy.
This is how it should start.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, already, I'll say, a lot of the time in tracks I hear, it will give too much away with vocals, right at the beginning. And it's
Which can be cool, but I think in this case it would be better to hold that back a bit.
Yeah, let it build.
15 seconds in, like I like it more than I did at 0 seconds in. And if I didn't like it at 0 seconds in, I'd do the next song.
Yep. John Cleese of Monty Python, he was absolute comedic legend. But it turns out, I guess, in his later years, he was giving a lot of talks on creativity. And I was watching one of them on YouTube, and I'm gonna butcher it. I haven't watched it in 5 years, but his fundamental thesis is the most important thing for creative success is play, where you're playing around without an attachment to an end goal or a label that you're going to release on, or even releasing it at all, or even that you're going to finish the track.
Yeah.
Your mind has an open state and it has a closed state. And I think I got that right. So it's about putting your mind in that open state where you're playing just for the sake of playing.
Yeah.
And so much will pay off. And yeah, take it from John Cleese. I mean, there's definitely lots of play in his work.
Almost definitely. I would also say, don't be afraid of opening a blank project file. Okay, wait, let's preface that with, don't be afraid of working on something, enjoying what you're working on, and then just doing command new, and just starting something else. And maybe it doesn't work, it's like throwing something at the wall. Does it stick? Nah, it sticks for a little while, and then it starts to fold down on the floor. New. Don't be afraid of making 100 projects a day. I have thousands and thousands of songs that will never see the light of day, but I got just as much working on them than I did of the things that I have millions of plays on. It's like, at the end of the day, I've had the best. I'm so grateful for my job because I have the best time every fucking day making music. And that's the goal. It's not to release on a big label. It's not to make loads of money. I have my goal. I'm happy. It's just a case of maintaining that friendship with my creativity that allows me to be that happy. Cool.
Yeah, you've got my interest.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm silent because the whole time I'm kind of on the edge of my seat, waiting, kind of hooked on seeing where it's going, because it's continuously evolving and there's new layers coming in. And the whole time, I think I'm saying this as a compliment, I'm trying to figure out where it's going, which is cool.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery. And so it evokes a very novel, unique feeling when I'm listening to this. It's a very interesting track. It's like an artistic statement track. This is a personal thing. I feel like before the second breakdown, for me, I guess I don't fall as much in the maximalism camp as TâCHES does. Maybe if there's some time spent on the mixdown, just so I could differentiate the elements a little bit, or maybe it's slammed pretty hard on your master bus.
Oh, that's another thing. Definitely take the mastering stuff off and start again on the master.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we are aligned there. I mean, the elements play against each other really, really well, but for me, it was too much, and not in a way because of the tension that was created, but just because it was too loud. But overall, really interesting artistic idea.
Good boy, James.
Yeah, he is a good boy. Okay, wow, it's been a really good 2 hours here. I mean, we've
this
had
has
a lot
been
of
so
good
fun.
stuff. I'm just I'm floored. I mean, I wish we could.
If you'll have me back, I'd love to do it again.
100%, we'll do this again. It's been an absolute pleasure.